Assalamu alaikum class. Today is the fifth lecture of our functional English studies. Fine. That is about the chapter number 3. We have already discussed 2 chapters and their self-test. Here we are going to have the detail of different parts of speech. The part which about which we have introduction in our chapter number 1. Here we have to have a thorough detailed kinds of different parts of speech. As we have already discussed, there are 8 standard part of speech that includes noun, pronoun, noun, pronoun, adjective, adverb, conjunction, interjection and prepositions. We are going to study from the first part of speech that is called as noun. Noun, actually we have been studying it from our earlier classes, that noun is actually is the name for person, place, thing, which we replace this definition in the way that noun is a naming word for everything we have around, we have in our surrounding, rather we include ourselves, we are actually noun as well. For person, place, thing, ideas, actions and states as well. Now grammarians has added these 3 areas to noun. Before already we had this area, but now we have extended the area of noun, adding these ideas, actions and states in it. For a person, we actually have girl, that is a noun. Place, city is a noun. Thing, pencil is a noun. What about the ideas? Ideas, or we can always say concepts. Democracy is an idea. Islam is an idea or a concept. That is a noun. Action. As far as the action is concerned, swimming is an action and that is a noun. Singing is an action and that is a noun form. State, youth, childhood, that is a state and that is also known as the nouns. This was all with the definition of the noun. Now we see in detail about different kinds of noun. As far as the kinds or types of noun is concerned, we have a long much detail of them. Number 1, we are basically have 3 different types of nouns. If we break up this noun into types, we see that we have common noun. We have proper noun. And we have title noun. What do we mean by common noun? A name which is given on the common attribute of a noun, that is called as common noun. For example, girl is a common noun, boy is a common noun. Fine. Given to all masculine gender, the name given to the commonly given to the persons is called boy, and the feminine gender, the name given commonly to that gender is called as girl. Fine. What do we mean by proper nouns? Sometimes we have the proper names of the things which is different from the other person or the other thing. For example, if a girl name is given properly or specific name, that is called proper name. A girl is Zara, that is called proper name. If a boy is Salman, that is called proper name. It is not only the name of the person which are proper in the context. There are different criterions, or there are different areas which are the names of which are called as the proper nouns. We are going to discuss them. For example, we will have to make a space of it. For example, if we discuss proper noun in detail, we see the names of the persons, they are called as proper as well. The names of organization. If I say Coca-Cola, is an organization, that is the proper name. If I say ICAP, if I say Rice School of Accountancy, that is called the name of organization and it is a proper name. If we go back in their common names, we see Coca-Cola is an institution or an organization. ICAP is an organization. Rice School of Accountancy is an institution. They are their common names. But when we talk about the proper names, these names, specific names have been given to them. The names of mountain ranges, they are called, always called, given the proper names. The names of, afterwards, the names of days. Days. The names of here we connected the names of months. That is called as proper name. Then afterwards, the names of rivers. Pointer is blurred, let me change it. The names of rivers. The names of deserts. They are called as proper names. Mountain ranges, Mount Everest, okay? That is the proper name given to a mountain. The names of days, okay? A day might be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. That are the proper names of the days, okay? The names of river, a river is a common name. Ravi, Ravi is the proper name given to that river. The names of the desert, desert is a common name. Sahara, that is called the proper name. So proper name has the different variety of nouns which have been given the proper names. The third form of the basic types of noun is called as title noun. What do we mean by title noun? Actually, there are two types of title noun. The first is called as given title. And the other one is called as earned title. By given title, we means Mr. and Miss, fine, which have been given to us without our intention. They are the title nouns. Earned title, by earned title, if all the professional titles are called earned title, teacher, accountant, doctor, lecturer, professor, they are called as the earned title, okay? This is the third type of noun. These were three basic types of noun. They were called as common, proper and title. We have discussed that common name is a name given on the common attribute, proper is the specific name, and title noun is actually the Mr., Miss or the given and earned title. Now we go in detail about the common noun. Common noun is again subdivided into two nouns, that is called as abstract noun and concrete noun. Again subdivided into abstract noun and concrete noun. Abstract noun and concrete noun. What do we mean by abstract nouns? By abstract, the word we mean the intangible things. There are many things in our life which we can just think of. They do not have any concrete form. All the ideas in our minds, all our feelings and emotions and states, they are called as abstract noun. The examples involves, we have already studied in the definition, that democracy is a concept, and that is an abstract noun. That is an idea, that is an abstract noun. Fine. Same is the swimming is an action, that is an abstract noun. And again, that was Childhood. Childhood is a state, and that is an abstract noun. All these things we can think of. That includes qualities as well. For example, truth. Truth is an idea, truth is a concept, truth is a quality that is called as abstract noun. Fine. We can just think of it about it, but we do not find it in any concrete form. Here comes the concrete forms. In other words, we can call them intangibles, and they are called as tangibles. All the things which have their concrete forms, that is called as tangibles. Concrete is again subdivided into concrete noun includes persons as well. You yourself all call concrete noun. All the for the person, the chair, the table, chair, table, man. It includes animate as well as inanimate. So that's why that is again subdivided into 3 basic types. That is called as concrete noun is subdivided into 3 basic types. That is called as animate, inanimate, and collective noun. By animate we means living things. Inanimate we means non-living. And collective means a name which is given collectively to a kind of to a group of nouns, that is called as collective noun. For example, jury. Jury is a collective name given to different members of judges. Fine. For example, class. Class is a collective noun of different persons or different students. They are examples of collective noun. Inanimate includes, that, as we have already discussed, chair is an inanimate noun. And animate noun, that includes Salman, Farhan, Zishan, whatever you call it. They are called as animate nouns. Fine. Beside this, he has discussed some of other types of nouns. They are called as mass noun, but they include in the mass nouns, countable nouns, and uncountable nouns. Whenever we discuss the concrete noun, we see that there are many countables as well, uncountable. By countable nouns, we means the things which we can count on, and by uncountable, we means the things which cannot be counted. For example, the uncountable noun includes butter, milk, rice, sugar, water. Fine. And the countables, all the things which can be fan and the chair or the book and the cell phone or the pointer, they are all called as countable nouns. Okay. There is another type of noun beside these branches which we have discussed. That is called as verbal noun. What do we mean by verbal noun? As the name shows, it must be a combination of verb plus noun. That is called as verbal noun. Fine. For example, there are some actions which are verbs, but they are taken as noun. We have, in abstract nouns, we have discussed that swimming. Swimming actually is a verbal noun. Swim is an action, verb. Fine. But we are using this verb as an action, so this is called as verbal noun. Fourth form of the verb, swimming, writing, present participle, is most of the time taken as verbal noun, and it is also known as gerund. Swimming, writing, jumping, playing, studying, speaking, singing, dancing, they are all called as verbal nouns or gerunds. Fine. There are some other verbal nouns as well. For example, run is a verb or swim is a verb. Swimmer. Sometimes this swimmer. We add er at the end of the verb, and that is also called as verbal noun. Okay, fine. Then we have some other nouns, compound nouns. Fine. What do we mean by compound noun? Whenever sometimes we combine two or more types of nouns to make a compound noun. For example, whiteboard. A combination is not always a noun with a noun. A combination can be rather, with an adjective plus noun. I have compound an adjective with a noun, that is called as compound noun, whiteboard. Sometimes it is a verb plus noun, that is called as washroom. Sometimes with a preposition plus noun, for example, afternoon. Okay, and sometimes it is a noun with a noun. For example, football, noun plus noun. If two nouns are compound together, they make a new noun that is called as football. So these are called as compound nouns. Okay, then comes the gender of noun. Sometimes, as there are variety of different nouns or different kinds, we have to sometimes specify different nouns on the basis of the gender as well. Fine. There are actually 4 genders in the grammar. The first one is called as masculine gender. Feminine gender. Common gender. And neuter gender. The name given on the basis of the masculine gender, that is called as, for example, boy is a name given on the base of the masculine gender. Girl is a name given on the base of the feminine gender. What do we mean by common gender? By common gender, we mean a gender which is given, a name which is given on the basis of, which is given to both of the genders. For example, baby is a common gender. Child is a common gender. Teacher is a common gender. Okay? Lecturer. Principal. They are the common genders. A name which is applicable for both the genders, that is called as common gender. Neuter gender, that is given to the inanimates. Okay? In English grammar, we do not have gender for the inanimates actually, but in Urdu language, we have for the genders for the inanimates. For example, aam khatta, dahi khatta hai, aam khatta hai, mez rakhi hai, juta pada hai. Fine. But in Urdu grammar, in English grammar, we do not have any gender. Chair. Chair and fan are called as the neuter gender. Fine. So this was another kind of noun that is called as gender of noun. So again, we have some type of noun that is called on the basis of their numbers. For example, if which is also known as forming plurals or number of noun. How we do construct the plurals of a singular noun. We also call it forming plurals. This is with which name the topic is given, with this name in your book on page number 58. Fine. Actually, the writer says there are many different ways to construct the plural of a noun. Sometimes it is the addition of s at the end. Sometimes it is es. Sometimes it is ies. Sometimes it is VES. For example, if it is chair, we can always make it chairs. It is potato, we can make it potatoes. If it is if it is leaf, we can make it leaves. And it is fly, we can make it flies. These are different types of ways in which we can construct the plurals, and sometimes the plurals are made unhaphazardly based. For example, if tooth is there, we convert it into teeth. Woman into women. Man into men. So there are different ways to construct the or to form the plurals. Again, there is the topic of, we are left with just one topic, the last topic of the nouns, that is called the cases of noun. This is an important in the way that a noun is used in a sentence in different contexts, that is called as the cases of noun. This is the last topic of the noun. There are actually 5 different cases or 5 different contexts in which a noun is used. Number 1 is called as nominative. Number 2 is called as possessive. Number 3 is called as dative. Number 4 is called as objective. And number 5 is called as vocative. What do we mean by nominative? As the name is shown, whenever a noun is being used as a subject in a sentence, it is called as nominative. Noun being used as subject. Sarah is a student. Here in this sentence, Sarah is a proper noun. But if we talk about the case of the noun, that is called as nominative case. Why? Because Sarah is being used as a subject. What do we mean by possessive case? By possessive means Sarah's bag is lost. Possession, we will see in detail in the topic of pronoun, the possessive, how the possession is formed. Actually, possession is formed with apostrophe S. That is called as, fine. Sarah's. Here I will not say Sarah is a proper noun. In this sentence, we have seen that Sarah is being used as subject. Sarah is a proper noun as well. But here we see by just the addition of apostrophe S, we have changed its case, and that has become a possessive case. The possession of a singular noun is always constructed with apostrophe. But possession of the plural noun, for example, boys, classroom. Here, if I make the comma at the end of this S, that is also known as possessive case. Fine. We do not add another S at the end, boys, this. Rather, we add just a comma at the end, and that is called the possession of the plural noun. So here, the boys actually is being used in the context of the possessive case of nouns. By dative case, what do we mean by dative case? A noun is used in a sentence both as a subject as well as object. Fine. For example, if I say Salman plays cricket. Salman plays cricket. Here Salman is a proper noun, plays is a verb, and cricket is a common noun. Now there are two nouns in a sentence, but both of them are playing the different roles. Salman is playing the role of a subjective noun, a noun used as a subject. Cricket is being used as an objective noun. Fine. That is called as objective noun. Fine. We see that Salman, if we talk about the cases of noun, I would say Salman is the nominative case and cricket is the objective case. Fine. So this is called the objective case of noun. Okay. Cricket being used as an object, that is called as objective noun, and the case is also known as objective case. Okay. Sometimes, and in the place of the object, we find a person. Salman gifted Sarah a watch. Here I see two different objects. Salman is a subjective case, gifted is a verb, Sarah is an object, and watch is an object. Whenever there are two objects in a sentence, one is called the person and other is called the inanimate, they are given different names. For example, Sarah is a person. Whenever a person is being used as an object, that is called as indirect object. Whenever a thing is used or an inanimate is used or an animal is used as an object, that is called as direct object. Okay. And we have different cases for these two types of objects. We have indirect object case is called dative case. If we find an indirect object in a sentence, that particular object is called as dative case. And if we find a direct object in a sentence, that is called as objective case. So there are three nouns in a sentence. Salman is a proper noun that is representing the nominative case. Sarah is a proper noun that is representing the dative case of a noun, and watch is a common noun and that is representing the objective case of a noun. We are left with the last case of a noun, that is called as vocative. As far as the word is representing vocals, that comes out from vocals. If I call any noun with its name, that is called as vocative case. If I ask you, students, please be quiet. Here, students are not being used as object. Rather, they have been addressed. Whenever a noun is being addressed, that particular case is called as vocative case. Fine. If I call Salman, please listen to me or be attentive, the Salman will be called as vocative case. So there are 5 cases in the series of the cases of noun. The firstly, it was nominative, possessive, objective, dative, and vocative. We have read them in their different context. This was all with the noun. Okay.